Tennis players will work their shuttles for hours. Tennis players will work their shuttles for hours. He is watching a football match on TV. He is watching a football match on TV. They had just arrived at the hotel. They had just arrived at the hotel. Could he prove it? Could he prove it? I want to see the new blockbuster movie. I want to see the new blockbuster movie. Can you pick me up from the airport? Can you pick me up from the airport? We are not starting. We are not starting. 4 days ago interested. 4 days ago interested. Then it shouldn't start. Then it shouldn't start. They have very good manners. They have very good manners. He took a nap in the afternoon. He took a nap in the afternoon. We'll replace it at dawn. We'll replace it at dawn. Can't they play games every month? Can't they play games every month? He will graduate from college next month. He will graduate from college next month. To throw. To throw. She could dance gracefully on stage. She could dance gracefully on stage. I will not eat even though I am hungry. I will not eat even though I am hungry. Looking forward. Looking forward. After the heavy rain, the streets were flooded. After the heavy rain, the streets were flooded. I will be living in Japan next year. I will be living in Japan next year. Features can be scary. Features can be scary. She had never been to Europe until she went on her honeymoon. She had never been to Europe until she went on her honeymoon. Was his half-brother a gynecologist? Was his half-brother a gynecologist? We can go to the notary at 3 p.m. We can go to the notary at 3 p.m. Productive. Productive. Shall we go to the grocery store at noon? Shall we go to the grocery store at noon? Are their nephews an oncologist? Are their nephews an oncologist? Every day should be a photographer. Every day should be a photographer. She cooked a delicious dinner for her friends. She cooked a delicious dinner for her friends. Can't get married after 2 centuries? Can't get married after 2 centuries? We told you. We told you. If they came early, they would get good seats. If they came early, they would get good seats. They do not recommend weekly. They do not recommend weekly. I don't want to lose my losses for love. I don't want to lose my losses for love. I do not have the necessary skills. I do not have the necessary skills. Was it noticed? Was it noticed? To pretend. To pretend. I will protect you every week. I will protect you every week. Do you want to come? Do you want to come? The prison sentence was severe. The prison sentence was severe. Can I never be a consultant? Can I never be a consultant? I will wait for you until the end of the day. I will wait for you until the end of the day. Can't he blame? Can't he blame? Do they shoot sometimes? Do they shoot sometimes? Could they be assistant chefs earlier at 5 a.m.? Could they be assistant chefs earlier at 5 a.m.? His brothers were musicians. His brothers were musicians. I need to have my blood drawn. I need to have my blood drawn. It never connects. It never connects. I'll have to take an exam to get my license. I'll have to take an exam to get my license. I don't yawn often. I don't yawn often. We had visited that city many times before we decided to move there. We had visited that city many times before we decided to move there. If it rains, I will stay at home. If it rains, I will stay at home. She volunteered at a soup kitchen to help the homeless. She volunteered at a soup kitchen to help the homeless. There won't be a tailor every year. There won't be a tailor every year. Are you looking for a part-time or full-time job? Are you looking for a part-time or full-time job? The boy wearing the blue shirt is my cousin. The boy wearing the blue shirt is my cousin. We've known about the party for weeks. We've known about the party for weeks. Take a shower when the sea comes home. Take a shower when the sea comes home. What food do you usually eat? What food do you usually eat? These are puddles. These are puddles. She started a fitness challenge to motivate herself. She started a fitness challenge to motivate herself. When the plane takes off, we have been at the airport for 2 hours. When the plane takes off, we have been at the airport for 2 hours. Her grandfather is a gymnast. Her grandfather is a gymnast. We're throwing a barbecue party next weekend. We're throwing a barbecue party next weekend. The Himalayas are the highest mountain ranges on Earth. The Himalayas are the highest mountain ranges on Earth. The report was submitted on time. The report was submitted on time. I'll probably look into their eyes when I talk to them. I'll probably look into their eyes when I talk to them. I have a back pain. I have a back pain. To cut. To cut. Did he wear it now? Did he wear it now? We had a barbecue in the backyard. We had a barbecue in the backyard. Is his stepbrother an athlete? Is his stepbrother an athlete? When do you prefer cake? When do you prefer cake? I am going to bed. I am going to bed. Should not object. Should not object. It wouldn't have mattered 4 months ago. It wouldn't have mattered 4 months ago. Why did you want to travel? Why did you want to travel? If he hadn't fallen, he would have won the race. If he hadn't fallen, he would have won the race. Cousins are messengers. Cousins are messengers. We played board games with our friends. We played board games with our friends. The book was published last month. The book was published last month. She likes to do yoga in the evenings. She likes to do yoga in the evenings. Problem solved by my friend. Problem solved by my friend. He was in the kitchen preparing dinner for his family. He was in the kitchen preparing dinner for his family. Did you say noon? Did you say noon? I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you're talking about. If I had a time machine, I would visit dinosaurs. If I had a time machine, I would visit dinosaurs. If you eat too much junk food, you can gain weight. If you eat too much junk food, you can gain weight. In 3 seconds you should be the nanny. In 3 seconds you should be the nanny. Don't you have a pension? Don't you have a pension? Is it pressing every day? Is it pressing every day? I'm not sure what I want to do with my life. I'm not sure what I want to do with my life. Be my guest. Be my guest. The new restaurant is more flashy than the old one. The new restaurant is more flashy than the old one. Is that your car? Is that your car? In 5 years I will start my own business. In 5 years I will start my own business. Alright, we have to go. Alright, we have to go. Didn't they lose 2 afternoons? Didn't they lose 2 afternoons? If it's cold, I won't go out. If it's cold, I won't go out. The sun is setting behind the mountains. The sun is setting behind the mountains. He goes to bed early. He goes to bed early. Can you lend me some money? Can you lend me some money? He wishes to have known about the cancellation before arriving at the airport. He wishes to have known about the cancellation before arriving at the airport. We're going on a trip to the beach next month. We're going on a trip to the beach next month. What kind of music do you like? What kind of music do you like? I love your new bro suit. I love your new bro suit. Doesn't it get old later? Doesn't it get old later? We saw them at the concert. We saw them at the concert. He bought a new suit to attend a formal event. He bought a new suit to attend a formal event. Chronological. Chronological. Do you have gluten-free options for tortillas? Do you have gluten-free options for tortillas? Didn't they experience it right away? Didn't they experience it right away? I need a break. I have to go somewhere. I need a break. I have to go somewhere. She went to the doctor and took medicine after that. She went to the doctor and took medicine after that. Was his family a cop? Was his family a cop? Shouldn't I normally be a cop? Shouldn't I normally be a cop? Your cousins were garbage collectors. Your cousins were garbage collectors. It breaks the harmony of the team. It breaks the harmony of the team. His wife is a singer. His wife is a singer. Should I do? Should I do? I am currently watching a TV program. I am currently watching a TV program. He goes to the library every week. He goes to the library every week. He was playing occasionally. He was playing occasionally. Is his grandfather a painter? Is his grandfather a painter? Hasn't it been 15 days? Hasn't it been 15 days? Shall we go for a walk or stay home and watch a movie? Shall we go for a walk or stay home and watch a movie? If I had the opportunity, I would volunteer in a developing country. If I had the opportunity, I would volunteer in a developing country. I may not be a representative last year. I may not be a representative last year. Shouldn't it be supported after 1 week? Shouldn't it be supported after 1 week? To solve. To solve. I'm trying to be fair. I'm trying to be fair. Yes, we have a restaurant. Yes, we have a restaurant. It will rain outside. It will rain outside. Will they not burn? Will they not burn? They didn't draw an hour ago. They didn't draw an hour ago. He usually reads before going to bed. He usually reads before going to bed. Can't I become a dietitian 3 nights ago? Can't I become a dietitian 3 nights ago? In conclusion, we're going to the park, they said. We're going to the park, they said. The new restaurant is bigger than the old one. The new restaurant is bigger than the old one. My car broke down on the way to work, as if I didn't have a problem. My car broke down on the way to work, as if I didn't have a problem. Rudeness. Rudeness. Can we live at sunrise? Can we live at sunrise? In life. What is your purpose? In life. What is your purpose? Would it matter? Would it matter? Do you have gluten-free options for bread rolls? Do you have gluten-free options for bread rolls? She goes to the gym every day to get in shape for her wedding. She goes to the gym every day to get in shape for her wedding. No clean sheets on the bed. No clean sheets on the bed. I wish I could time travel. I wish I could time travel. Term. Term. I like the hairstyle. I like the hairstyle. He was ironing his clothes when he burned a hole in his shirt. He was ironing his clothes when he burned a hole in his shirt. I wish I could trust myself more. I wish I could trust myself more. I finished my homework before dinner. I finished my homework before dinner. John is my friend. John is my friend. He was listening to music while doing his homework. He was listening to music while doing his homework. Who helps us? Who helps us? He could clean up at dusk. He could clean up at dusk. Neighbor is environmentalist. Neighbor is environmentalist. Have you ever been abroad? Have you ever been abroad? Will you go to the store later? Will you go to the store later? He'll be finished by the time we get there. He'll be finished by the time we get there. I can finish the project by the deadline. I can finish the project by the deadline. We'll take a step. We'll take a step. I couldn't quite understand his name. I couldn't quite understand his name. I'm meeting John at the coffee shop tomorrow at noon. I'm meeting John at the coffee shop tomorrow at noon. Are the summers hot where you live? Are the summers hot where you live? It can kill. It can kill. He had never had sushi before, but when he finally tried it, he really liked it. He had never had sushi before, but when he finally tried it, he really liked it. Do you like going to the museum? Do you like going to the museum? Like what? Like what? If they play well, they can win the match. If they play well, they can win the match. I have to start a new exercise routine. I have to start a new exercise routine. In the spring the snow will melt. In the spring the snow will melt. They should not continue. They should not continue. Doesn't look like he's having fun. Doesn't look like he's having fun. Almost. Almost. Shouldn't you clown later at 2 a.m.? Shouldn't you clown later at 2 a.m.? They ran a 5,000 race last weekend. They ran a 5,000 race last weekend. Do we have any red wallets? Do we have any red wallets? The company will launch a new product next month. The company will launch a new product next month. He would not grow old at sunrise. He would not grow old at sunrise. It's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. Is your sister a notary? Is your sister a notary? Then it doesn't act like 4 in the morning. Then it doesn't act like 4 in the morning. The pixel density on this screen is impressive. The pixel density on this screen is impressive. Even though the budget is tight, we can still run it. Even though the budget is tight, we can still run it. I have to take the dog for a walk. I have to take the dog for a walk. You'll be the jury every week. You'll be the jury every week. If you want, let's end this meeting. If you want, let's end this meeting. To leave. To leave. Do we need to diversify? Do we need to diversify? Are you comfortable? Are you comfortable? We were not created in the twilight. We were not created in the twilight. The report concludes that social media can be a valuable resource for children and adolescents when used wisely and carefully. The report concludes that social media can be a valuable resource for children and adolescents when used wisely and carefully. Did you hear the news? Did you hear the news? Do we have to walk later? Do we have to walk later? They are not translated every day. They are not translated every day. I probably smile and laugh a lot. I probably smile and laugh a lot. Your uncle was the interviewer. Your uncle was the interviewer.